Hello, my friends. Welcome to the What's Up in Makeup chat. Running around like a chicken with head cut off, trying to get everything ready for chat this morning. I had some issues with my thumbnail of all random things. So I was having issues getting it up, so I'm a mess. I'm like, look at this. Look at this. What is that? What is that? Did I even put my shirt on right? Okay, but I'm here. We're good. And we're going to talk about some foundation today because foundation is so important to not looking like you have way too much makeup on. It's seriously like if you have your foundation looking rockin', then your makeup's going to look rockin' overall. You know, like if your foundation looks busted, it's going to look like you're wearing way too much makeup, or maybe you'll just look like you know how when you put foundation on, it'll even out your skin tone. So it can make a difference between giving you that flawless skin and making you look like you have way too much going on. So we're going to talk about some tips and tricks today on how to get that flawless skin look for your skin type. And we're also going to talk about some of my favorite foundations. We're going to tap into the collective brain, also known as the chat, that's hanging out over here on the side here. I'm going to be referencing them. They're amazing. If you're here, hello. I haven't clicked in yet. I'm about to say hello to the collective brain. I'm so happy that you're here. I have no makeup on. I did not get there. I did not get there this morning. Remember, this is live, man. This is the live chat. Let me go ahead and click into the collective brain and check out and see how everybody's doing. Ooh, it says you now use a single moderator list for all your live stream and events. Previous moderators have been added on. Oh, so there's actually moderators. Ooh, I can add moderators. Ooh, Nikki, 6543. I think that's it. Yeah, 6543, I think. Let me see if I can add Nikki as a moderator. Nope. Okay. I forget everybody. Nerdling Full. Yes, I have a moderator. Okay. Let me see. Who else is going to be a moderator today? Let's see. Let's add in. Who's going to be a moderator? I'm like looking at people. Oh my goodness. Steph Zilla. Steph Zilla says ban everyone. Let's see if it'll let me add her as a moderator. Nope. It says she's already a moderator. Steph, you said ban everyone. You're now a moderator. Nikki 6543, I'm trying to add you. Sorry if you're watching this on replay. We'll get back to 6543. Sweet. All right. So now we've got 3 moderators. It says, okay, we're good. So when anybody comes in here, you guys give them the smackdown. Yes. All right. Anyway, all right. I got to get some coffee, girlfriend, because I'm a mess. All right. We're good. We're good. Helen says, run, we have moderators. It's mostly for that occasional, like, crazy person that comes in. Every once in a while, we get an occasional crazy person. And now I don't have to worry about it because I've got 3 people that are just going to smack them down. All right, we're talking about foundations today. I apologize if you're watching this on replay. Let me go ahead and say hi to the, I'm going to, when it's time, if you're watching this on replay, when it's time for me to actually start talking about foundations, I'm going to go like this, so you know when to fast forward to. It's probably gonna be in like a minute or 2, all right? So hello, Mary, and hello, Tabitha, and Steph, and Jen, and Allie. Nice. Jen says if she logs in from Chrome, she can comment on her phone. That's so awesome. Nikki and Terry Lee, I'm so glad that you're here. Breakfast. There has been no breakfast this morning. No breakfast this morning. Kay Lee, good morning to you. Amanda, good morning. Leftover birthday cake. Happy birthday, Amanda. Good morning, Ashley and Fizzy Pop. And let's see, Gina, good morning. And I think I said good morning to Steph already. Anna, good morning. And Jen, Indy Kitty 1, good morning. And let's see. I should make Indy Kitty 1 a mod too. I closed the thing though, but you'd be a good mod too. All right, KJ, good morning. Good morning, Sammy. And Helen, good morning to you. Yes, good morning, Lisa. And Kay, good morning. And Leslie. And Miss Higgy. We're almost done. We're getting there. And Helena. And Elizabeth. And Lewis, good morning. So happy to have you here for the first time. And MP MPG is chic, MPG. I'll call you MPG. And then anybody else? Tess, good morning. I'm so happy you're here on a day off. That's so exciting. And let's see. Anybody I missed? Sabe, I'm going to say, Sabe Maza, good morning. And Mr. and Mrs. Ramirez, good morning. And Laura and Lee, so happy to have you here for the third time, Lee. And Kristen, how is that happening? Kristen says she's on an iPad commenting through the YouTube app. They must have fixed it. That's so awesome. Good morning, Lily. Okay, it just skipped down, so if I didn't say good morning to you, good morning. I see Kelsey. Good morning, Kelsey and Laura. And Fort Worth Famous, and that's, I missed a couple, but we got to get into our chat. So if I didn't get to say good morning to you, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was that I have coffee. And I'm quite happy about this. Yeah, Tabitha says they fixed it, and Kelsey's on her phone. So we're going to have a jump in people watching. That's so exciting. All right. So as you can see behind me, I've laid out my arsenal. I've got my face primers here. I've got my eye primers here. I've got concealers here. I've got face powders here. I've got all of my foundations here. And then I've got my face powders. I'm sure there's other things hiding in little hidey holes. So it might not be my entire collection, but it's kind of close. Oh, I missed a setting powder. So let's go ahead and get started. We're already 8 minutes in. Holy moly, how are we already 8 minutes in? All right, and let's go ahead and let's talk about some face primer. There's really two main types of face primers, mainly. Of course, there's more, but two main types. You have lotion-based and silicone-based, or water-based and silicone-based. Now, it's really, really important to match your foundation to your primer. So if you have a silicone-based primer and you use a water-based foundation, you're mixing oil and water and it could cause your foundation to break up. So take a second to look at the ingredients of your primer before you put on your foundation. It may not be your foundation's fault that it looks horrible at the end of the day. Maybe you put on a primer that doesn't mesh with it. So definitely be careful of that. I've learned a lot from the Collective Brain about foundation primers and about which ones work for different kinds of skin. Oh, Lavender Orchids is Kavani. Hi, Kavani. Sorry, off topic. Okay, so looking over here, I have a few lotion-based primers. Cover FX has a really nice one. And the Laura Mercier one is also very, very nice. I do not have any drugstore face primers. I get samples of the high-end primers, and then I never end up buying drugstore face primers. So I would love to know from the Collective Brain any drugstore face primers that you guys enjoy. I didn't even know really that they made face primers until not that long ago at the drugstore. I don't know. I've somehow missed them. So these are some recommendations for the higher ends for foundation primers. Tess says I have big pores, so I like silicone-based primers, especially my T-zone. I've been trying the Pores No More from Dr. Brandt, and she's been liking that a lot. A lot of people that have big pores do enjoy the silicone-based primers, like the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I have heard that this fills pores like nobody's business. Actually, it does, because I can see it happening. Kay says the Becca Primer is legit, but there's a special way to apply it. Definitely. Leslie says the Maybelline Baby Skin is really good. Elise says the Maybelline Master Prime is smoothing and really good. Kelsey says, anyone tried the Nivea Sensitive Shave Balm for Men Primer? The tubers are raving right now, but it broke her out terribly, and I have not tried that. Lily says the best drugstore primer for her is Revlon. Anna says she likes the Dr. Brandt stuff too. Jessica says, do you know a good primer to use with Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue? I wish I did. One thing I did want to say about the Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer by Smashbox, a lot of people tell me that this breaks them out. So it's kind of that delicate balance between filling pores and not breaking out. So you just kind of have to, like Sephora, if you have a Sephora near you, can give you samples of these so that you can try them and see, you know, do some patch testing, things like that, because I've heard horrible things about silicone-based primers breaking people out. But I've also heard from some people that these are the best for oily skin, the silicone-based, because the lotion-based tend to be too hydrating, where the lotion-based ones are better for dry skin. That is kind of what I've heard. Yesenia says, I was about to say my ride or dies Dr. Brandt. So everyone seems to be in a collective brain about Dr. Brandt. Dr. Brandt seems to be the most popular one in the collective brain right now. Laramie says this is her first time in a live chat. Yay, so happy to have you. Okay, I apologize if I know some people don't like it when I'm constantly turning around, but it's like one of those things I don't know what else to do. I don't have anywhere else. One day I'm going to get a table in front of me, so please excuse when I turn around. I'm going to go ahead and show you, let's see. This is one that is a silicone-based primer that's not bad if you haven't already be ordering from Coastal Scents. This one is pretty good. The Coastal Scents Beginnings Face Primer, but it's straight silicone, like straight silicone. Actually, it's funny. I just got a comment recently from a subscriber of mine that I respect dearly who watched my The Balm brand review, and she was upset because I said that this was a silicone-based primer, and she said that it's not. It's a silica-based primer, and silica is a different compound than silicone. And then I said, I'm so sorry. I did think that silica was the same as silicone. It's not. It's something completely different. And I said, you know, I'm really sorry. Thank you for teaching that. Because she said she couldn't even watch the rest of the video because she didn't trust my review now because I didn't research the ingredients. So then someone just today commented that this actually is a silicone-based primer. The ingredients, the number one ingredient is cyclopentasiloxane and dimethicone cross polymer. So the first two ingredients actually are silicone. So I had done my research. So if you were wondering about the Time Bomb by The Balm, it is a silicone-based primer. I do really like this primer. It's not amazing, but it's good for me. It's good for me. KJ says she likes the Benefit Pore Filler, but Benefit's not cruelty-free. If anyone can give me an alternative for that, that would be great. And if you're watching this on replay, definitely leave some comments down below of some of your favorite primers so you can be part of the collective brain of makeup awesomeness. And we can all learn from each other and make sure we're spending money on good stuff and not junky stuff. So definitely be a part of that down below. An unlikely primer that I really like a lot is the Vitamin C Skin Boost by The Body Shop. When I went in there, I was looking to try something new from The Body Shop. I never tried anything. I opened this up. I was swatching on my hand. I was like, ooh, that's very, very nice. And this also is a silicone-based primer, I believe. And it just smells like oranges. It smells amazing. The people at the store said that this wasn't necessarily meant 100% to be a primer. Like it's just supposed to be a skin smoother radiance thing. But to me, that's a primer. I don't know. It looks like Yaya says, good morning, Jen. I'm glad I can be here on time. I'm glad you're here too. And Jackie says, LA Girl has a great primer. That's so awesome. And then Ashley says she really likes this as well. Very cool. She says she uses it all the time. Yesenia says the Nevia Balm kept her makeup on all day and she doesn't have sensitive skin. But she did like it. Florencia says, I need this video on primer, still can't get the right foundation shade. Yes, we're going to get into foundation stuff in a minute. And Yesenia, I need you to help me with that because Yesenia, I know you were telling me when we met that you have trouble matching your skin tone. So when we get there, definitely tap in as far as different tips for matching difficult to match skin tones. Amanda says the Black Radiance Shine Control Primer is pretty good at controlling oil. It has kaolin in it, which I'm not familiar with that ingredient, but I'm trusting you, Amanda, that you are knowing all about this stuff. MPG says the Smashbox Primer Water kept breaking down any foundation that she used. All right, so those are kind of the ones. This is another one. Actually, we'll say one more. The Professional Balm by The Balm. This was my favorite pore filling primer until I found this one. But again, I don't have big pores, so it's difficult for me to review a primer for filling pores. The reason why I know these more is because my husband, John, was wearing makeup for a little while. Long story. And he tested out both of these and he liked this one better. So that's kind of where I got my firsthand experience with these in big pores with my husband randomly. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put these away. Well, not that drawer. And we'll get eye primers out. All right. So eye primers. Nikki says she loves the Makeup Forever primers, and Krista says she loves the Professional. All right, so let's talk about some eye primers. I have a collection of Urban Decay eye primers. These are known for being good, and I do think that they are worth the hype. I have 4 of them. I have the anti-aging, which actually I do see some anti-aging effects with this, and I never say that. Like, never. like when I do skincare reviews, I never actually see results. I do actually see some results with the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer. If I use it religiously all the time, my lids do seem a bit more taut. And it's a very nice primer as well. So if you are of a certain age or not, and you want to minimize your wrinkles on your eyes, I definitely recommend this one. Some people are finding this. I know I found it at my local crickets, my local Nordstrom rack. These the old packaging is now on sale, so you can find this one and this one at Nordstrom rack for super cheap right now. So definitely keep an eye out for those. This is the new packaging. It has this crystal top, and instead of being like a squeeze out application, we now have a doe foot applicator again. We just don't have that hard packaging that we used to have with the little you know, genie in a bottle looking bottle. So it'll be easier to get. It's kind of a mix of the two packagings. I really really like this a lot. Fort Worth Famous says, Nordstrom Rack had the big Urban Decay primers for $10. I got everything you can imagine. If you have one, go. Definitely, definitely. Krista says she's a little bit late. That's okay, girlfriend. Welcome. Laramie says, totally Benefit Air Patrol. I heard terrible things about the Benefit Air Patrol. I didn't hear a single good review of Benefit Air Patrol. So Laramie, maybe, I don't know. Am I missing something here? Florencia says, I agree, Jen. I love my original Urban Decay eye primer. My sample size lasted for a good time. All right, I'm reading some things. Tabitha, you're funny. Because some people are talking to each other, so I'm trying to read. And then Sidiza says she just got Elizabeth Mott's eyeshadow primer in her December Ipsy bag, and it was very comparable to the Urban Decay. Very cool. Sin is really, really cool. No, Sid, Eden. Eden is super cool. Eden is definitely my favorite right now because it mutes out discoloration, which is a big win for me with eye primers. When I can get all of the discoloration in my lids to go away with an eye primer, I'm so happy. Comparable to Eden. Oh, they're all in my lap. I was smarter than that. Are the Max Paint Pot and Painterly, and then the Mica Beauty Eye Primer. This one is obnoxiously overpriced, though. If you're going to get either this one or this one, I would definitely go for the Mac Paint Pot and Painterly because it's about half the price of the Mica Beauty one. Let me swatch it next to Eden. It is a tone difference. Eden is quite a bit lighter. Yeah, quite a bit lighter. So the Painterly will probably work better for someone with medium to a little, probably tan skin tones. But I'm gonna imagine even someone with a deeper skin tone may be able to enjoy using this because it'll give a nice base for color. And then also with Eden, the lighter you make your sheet of paper, the easier it may be to layer on brighter colors. So a lot of people will use NYX's Pencil and Milk. I've seen people of very deep skin tones use the NYX Pencil and Milk and come up with beautiful, beautiful eye looks. So it's really what color you want your base to lay your shadows on top of. Eden, I've just been absolutely in love with right now. The only minor sin. They used to have one called Sin. I don't know if they sell it anymore or what. Oh, Tess says, I like the Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I like that it's super sticky so shadows stick really well. Yes. And Laramie says, if you use the Air Patrol lightly and let it sit for a few moments, it works wonders. It dries very fast and will ball up if you are not careful. That is great tips. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Ashley says she's fair and Painterly works great for her. And MSG says, MPG, not MSG, says the NYX Jumbo Pencil and Milk is really good. She got all the colors. And then Nikki says she loves the NYX and Milk with her ColourPop eyeshadows. So the minor sin is just sparkly. It doesn't mute out discolorations like the original sin did. It's more like the regular Urban Decay primer potion, but with glitter. I don't know if you can see the glitteriness, but I don't like, it's like shimmer, really, I guess, more than glitter. But I don't really like minor sin as much as I like the regular sin. So just because of the discoloration thing. All right, let's talk a little bit about some drugstore eye primers. Drugstore eye primers that I have been liking and not liking. The e.l.f. eye primer, of course, is very famous for being amazing. Oh, I just dropped the glittery one. There's a glittery one. Ooh, let me show you both of these. Okay, this is the glittery one, and it is glitter. It's not shimmer, it's glitter. And then this is the regular e.l.f. primer. These are only $1 each. I do not feel like they perform as well as, let's say, the Urban Decay, but if you got $1 and you want to use $1, I would recommend using $1 on this. So there's the glittery one. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I really, I do like them, but I don't think that they can replace as good as some of the more higher end ones. But they work. Yesenia says Milani is awesome, and I have yet to pick that up. I had one, and then I used it, or something happened. I don't know. Basically, I had it. I don't have it anymore. So we're kind of out of luck as far as me showing you that one. I need to just go to the store and buy a new one. The Wet n Wild Fergie eyeshadow primer, I did not like. The collective brain told me that it is awesome, and I was like, what? But I didn't like it. And they're like, no. Everybody's like, no, it's good. The Wet n Wild Fergie, yes, yes, yes. So I tried it again, and now I like it. I like it now. Amanda says Milani eye primer is her favorite. Also likes the Black Radiance one for oily lids. Lee says the e.l.f. eye prime is great. I don't care for the glitter one though, just because of the glitter. And then Krista says the Wet n Wild Fergie are cutting. Wet n Wild Fergie and her are cutting ties. She's hoping they repackage some of the better products from that line. And then Steph says no, the e.l.f. eye primer for the glitter. No e.l.f. eye primer for the glitter, not the glitter primer. Let me clarify. I use it for everything. Wait. Hold on a minute. So you do like the e.l.f. primer for glitter. Okay. Nikki Nicole says Wet n Wild is awesome for oily lids, but you need to set it right away. And Blinky's Blurb says, I personally like the Smashbox has a primer specifically for the what? Sorry, I can't even, I'm not even allowed to read that. Is that a typo? Like, I think he meant under eye area. A primer specifically for the under eye area. I know. Lisa's like, wait, what? I'm very confused. What just happened? Sorry. She said, never mind. Okay, we're going to try to move past. Sorry. Okay, moving on. Hard Candy eye primer I was not a fan of. It did not do good things for me. It didn't help my eyeshadow stay on longer, and it just did not do good for me. Not at all. Did not like that one. Some other ones that are really good. The Coastal Scents one is really good if you're ordering from Coastal Scents. This is very, very comparable to the Urban Decay one. I think it's about $10. And the Balms Put a Lid on It is also good. If you're shopping on Birchbox.com, the Mira Ness one mutes out discoloration. This one's really, really nice. Yeah, it's very nice. Very, very nice. It's very wet. Very, very wet. But so you got to use it sparingly. And we need the tiniest, tiniest, tiniest little bit. And then the last one I want to talk about is the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. I do not like this one. This one doesn't do anything for me at all. I have not enjoyed using this. Everybody that I've talked to about the Lorac Eye Primer doesn't like it either. I don't know, like, if there's people in the collective brain that thinks that, well, Ashley says, anyone use the Lorac Behind the Scenes Primer? Love Loon, yay, I'm glad that you're here. That's exciting. I'd be curious to know what people in the collective brain think of the Lorac, because I personally don't like it, and most people that I know do not like it. So we need to keep moving on because we got lots of things to talk about. We're about halfway done with the chat already. All right. Krista says she doesn't like the Lorac either. Before we move on, we need to take a little coffee break. All right, that's it. No weird noises, no crazy jingle, just a coffee break. All right. Concealers. All right, some concealers. We're going to rock through these because we still have foundations and powders and all kinds of stuff to go through. All right, the Time Bomb concealer is one of my favorite concealers. Everybody's saying they don't like the Lorac either. Beauty Hall 411 Beth says she doesn't like it either. Yesenia says e.l.f. Smudge Pot and Color Tattoos are good for eye primers as well. And then MPG says the Lorac eye primer, big thumbs down. So it seems like, yeah. And then Laramie says she hates it too. Everybody hates it. What's up with that? What is up with that? All right, concealers. Time Bomb concealer. This is a really, really nice concealer. I heard positive things about the Time Bomb Concealer from everybody and anybody that I've ever heard use this. I've never heard anybody say that they don't like this. It is a 10 on the moisturizing side. The concealing ability is wonderful. It's really fantastic. Maybelline Age Rewind. Oh, girlfriend, it's right here. We're going to talk about that one. But yeah, this is a wonderful, wonderful universal concealer. And these Time Bomb, the balm should be coming back, I think, about January. Let me see. I think they were there in November, December, January, February. It's probably February. The balm should be back on HoLook for 50% off. You may still be able to get some sales on the balm's website, but they may be all over for the holidays. I'm not sure, but this is really, really, really good. If you're saying some gems, if you're dropping some gems and in the collective brain and I don't say it, definitely make sure after the chat is over, come back, drop them into the comment section of the video so that we can all learn from you. I just can't, I can't see all of them. There are too many. Leslie says the Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser is awesome. That's what I have. I have the Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser here, and it really is wonderful. The only thing is that it has the sponge applicator that can't be washed, so just be aware of bacteria collecting on the sponge applicator. But it's really, really a fantastic product. Fantastic product. Jackie says the LA Girl Concealer is great and it's only $4. That's good to know. And then Beth says my Holy Grail concealers are the Urban Decay Weightless Concealer and the Maybelline Anti-Aging. Okay, Lily says that you can use, if you have really bad under-eye circles, that you can use a corrector first and then your concealer. Corrector meaning if you have like purple tones, then you want to go like a salmon colored corrector. And that's one thing that I can talk about, Lily, too, is this is an Eve Pearl. Or if you have redness, then you want to put green underneath. This is a salmon color based concealer. It is a bit pricey. I'm sure you'll be able to find cheaper options, but this is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful concealer by Eve Pearl for under eye discoloration. So yes, that's what I said. Bad under eye circles, use a corrector. That's what I said, Lily. Yeah, I know. No, because you were correcting yourself because you said bad, but I read bad. It's okay. We're all on the same page here. We got this. And then Krista says, besides under Urban Decay, her favorite concealers are all drugstore. Everyone's talking about the LA Girl concealers. It's like LA Girl, LA Girl, LA Girl. So that's great to know. But yeah, salmon colored or pinky tone colors for purple, like blue tone discoloration, and green for red discoloration. But this is a wonderful concealer as well. One that I really, really like is the Glamouflage Light. This was sent to me by Victoria Donaldo when we did a $20 makeup challenge swap, and I still really, really like this a lot. It can give me some creasing here and there, so just be aware of that. But for an inexpensive option, the Glamouflage Light is wonderful, wonderful. Sammy says she doesn't need a lot of coverage, so e.l.f. works good for her. And then MPG says she loves the NYX color correctors. You can use a palette of 6 shades, and it's $11 if for that palette of 6 shades. And then Elise says she likes the Pixie one. Bye Bye Under Eye. Yes. Hello. Buy request. Here is the Bye Bye Under Eye from Miss Higgy. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye with collagen, vitamin C, and K. I personally really, really love this. I have heard that this creases like nobody's business on some people. But for me, this one works great. It's extremely opaque. You only need to use the teeniest, tiniest, tiniest little bit. It's really wonderful, and I love it. I personally love it. And comparable to that is this one by Boo Boo Cover Up is the name of the brand. This is also a really opaque concealer, very, very opaque. Yeah, Lily says use a color wheel if you're confused on what to use for your under eye circles. Exactly. And there's so many times, like when I'm editing my videos, even last night, I was the screen for What's Been Makeup for whatever reason was very yellow, so I added a purple filter, a blue purple filter, because yellow and purple are opposite on the color wheel. Pretty sure I'm saying this right, but purple, I think. Yeah, purple. So I added like a cool tone filter, and it evened out my skin tone. So I use it for video editing, but you can use a color wheel for you know, finding contrasting colors in your makeup, and also for correcting like Lily was saying. So if you have purple, then just Google color wheel and look and see what's on the opposite. Or if you have, you know, redness, you know, look on the color wheel to see what's opposite. And that's, you know, and you just do a quick search to find the color wheel. So that helps a lot. One that I want to talk to you about for dry eyes is the Benefits Fake Up. I just have a sample size of this, but it does have this moisturizing core here. There's a moisturizer and then the concealer is in the middle. So if you have dry under eyes, this may be a good option for you. And then powder, oh, Naked Skin. Naked Skin, I got this. It's way too light for me because they didn't have my skin tone. So yeah. I'm looking at MPG says favorite drugstore concealer right now. I would probably say that the Glamouflage Light's my favorite one right now. But yeah, so this, I can't give this a fair review because it's the wrong color for me. And I pushed it. This is in fair and it's just, I use it for a brightener instead of a concealer at this point. So I can't give it a fair review. But the last thing I want to talk about concealers is powder concealers. I have one by Everyday Minerals and then my Holy Grail, the Summer Bisque. I wanted to put this on for you since we're talking about this. I think I've done this. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I've done this on camera before, but I specifically wanted to do it on this because I can't stand watching back these videos and seeing my under eye circles. It drives me nuts. Ooh, I had to focus. What happened? Ooh, there I am. Okay. I just want to show you how amazing this Bare Minerals concealer, and this is hashtag not sponsored, girlfriend. Bare Minerals does not know I'm doing this. This is nothing like that. This is just me showing you something that I like as a friend. All right, here we go. I'm going to get up close. Hold on. Hold on. Watch the magic. Watch the magic happen. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. I don't know. Do I not have, whoa, dog's barking. Dog's barking. Do I not have under eye circles today? I don't know what's happening. Hold on a minute. I feel like the effect isn't as good as it once was. Yeah, it is. It's hard to see. I guess my under eye circles are not that bad today. But I don't know if, can you see the difference? I think I can see the difference. Usually it's more dramatic. Maybe it's my lighting. I don't know. Yeah, I could tell a difference. Oh, it's because, let me turn this light on real quick. Hold on. Turn this light on. My whole thing is about to go out the window if I can't get my lighting right. All right, here we go. There we go. That's better. Can you see the difference now? Where are my under eye circles? You wouldn't know I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning last night. All right, there we go. There we go. Yeah, you can see the difference. Total difference. Total difference. Okay. That was like a total fail of a tutorial. Not tutorial, but a demo. There we go. Now it's working its magic. That's what I'm talking about. The lighting was just off. There we go. Totally better, right? I love this concealer. I love it. It makes me so happy. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Woo! There we go. Powder concealer. I never would have thought powder concealer was a thing that was possible that I would like. Big thumbs up on powder concealers. I didn't realize this thing is going out of focus so bad. Oh my goodness. I haven't looked at myself for a while. That is the Bare Minerals. This is the Multitasking SPF 20 Concealer in Summer Bisque. And everybody that I talk about really, really loves this one. So yes, totally gone. Totally gone. So highly recommending this one. I love demoing that one because I feel like you can really see the difference. It's pretty awesome. So, all right, Fizzy Pop is leaving. Good luck with your Christmas shopping. Lasting power is good. Lasting power is good. I would say that you keep this look for a good 4 to 5 hours, and then you start seeing it go away, just like any powder. So that's something you can throw in your purse if you're concerned about it, and just reapply if that's bothering you. I don't know how much it is off the top of my head. I do know they sell it at Sephora. It's Bare Minerals, so I would imagine it's probably around the $20 mark for a concealer, something like that. So let's go ahead and move on to foundations. All right, foundations. This is something I've been waiting to talk about. I'm excited to talk about this, and I'm excited to tap into the collective brain for all of this. Good morning, Julia, and Merry Christmas to you. All right, so foundation. Don't let anybody tell you in makeup videos that you need a full coverage foundation if you don't. Like, I challenge you to look in the mirror and look at your skin and see how flawed it truly is. And then decide how much coverage you truly, truly need and go with the least amount of coverage possible. Like when I was 20, I didn't need to wear any foundation at all. I mean, even now I could probably get away with not wearing much foundation at all because my skin does not, I do not have problem skin. I'm very, very lucky. It's all genetic. It's just, I'm lucky. It's a luck thing. There's no skill involved here. It's just straight luck. So I try really hard to use a lower coverage foundation unless I'm filming or going to a wedding. And even if I am going to a wedding, like full coverage foundations are just, it's too much. It's too much. And that's when you see somebody like, and you look at them and you go, oh my gosh, they have way too much makeup on. So just be aware of full coverage foundations. Even though they make you look flawless, flawless doesn't necessarily make you look good. You know what I mean? So just be careful of that because you know, overall, you need to wear the makeup that makes you happy. That's what it comes down to. But also at the same time, you want to feel comfortable. And if you're new with using foundation, I would say always err on the side of less coverage. Some tint, or like Terry Lee's saying, fit me when I need full coverage and tinted moisturizer most days. Yeah, that's what, yeah, definitely. Nikki says, I don't like foundation at all. I only like the It Cosmetics powder foundation. Liquid doesn't work for her. It looks so unnatural. I know my mother has a lot of age spots and things. She uses the foundation just to kind of mute out discolorations in her age spots and things like that, and she really likes that. KJ says, I'm playing with fuller coverage and it's so easy to go to cake face. It really, really is. Some recommendations that I have for you for foundations that'll give you a nice coverage, but it's not going to make you go straight to cake face. Grab a few. All right. Okay, I have a few. I have quite a few. You can see how many fit that because this is what I personally like. This one, I'm not sure if you can get anymore. The BB cream, Garnier BB cream. Some people say that they do not like this. Recently, especially, I've heard a lot more people saying they don't like this. I don't find anything I don't like about this. I absolutely love it. This is the light medium, the combination to oily skin one. Really, really, really like this one a lot. But I think they're discontinuing that. This is one that everybody raves about. Like when I got this at Generation Beauty and I was getting ready on Periscope, like all of you guys remember this, if you were there, everybody was like, oh, you got the It Cosmetics CC cream. You got to try it out. You got to try it out. Like people were freaking out. Yeah, Annie says BB creams expire. That is true. I am really bad with things expiring. If things don't smell, I keep them. Like I know that's bad, but I can't stop. Like I cannot throw away products. I just can't. I am not like, I'm really bad at that. But you're right. You're right. It Cosmetics CC cream, best thing ever, Krista says. This really is very, very nice. Anna says the Dr. Jart BB with the Laura Geller Bright and Balanced Foundation over it works well for you. I tried the Dr. Jart BB cream and it grayed out my skin. It made me look dead. Like it was like gray, like straight up gray on me. I don't know what happened there. This is a wonderful, wonderful CC cream. CC creams are going to be more opaque. If you're new to CC creams and BB creams and all that stuff, BB creams are going to be, for the most part, less coverage than a CC cream. But CC creams are supposed to be color correcting. They also have the skin benefits of the BB creams. So they're very, very nice if you want a little bit more coverage, but you don't want a full coverage kind of thing, and you want those skin benefits. The Lumiere Time Free CC Anti-Aging Color Correcting Cream is also one that I absolutely love. This is a drugstore one. Kaylee says she thinks the It Cosmetics has a funny smell. Now you're making me want to smell it. It does kind of have a funny smell, kind of alcohol-y. Let me put some on my hand just to make sure I'm not just smelling the packaging. It does. It's like fruity almost. I never noticed that before, that it's kind of fruity. Weird. I never noticed that. That's so interesting. Zepstar says Marcel has a good BB cream. I love Marcel as a brand. I'm very interested in trying that. Julia said she heard from her friend that e.l.f. just came out with a BB cream at drugstores. I have not had good experiences with e.l.f. like foundations and things. So I'm a little skeptical of those, but who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Ashley says, oh, Ashley's disappearing. Come back, Ashley. Come back. I wanted to read what you said. Oh, hold on. I lost it. Shannon says, I'm really loving the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. Light coverage, evens out her skin tone, but looks totally natural. Somehow, I'm like, ugh. Okay. Mary says, I just got UD Naked Skin. Hate the smell, but I like the finish. It's the first foundation that doesn't give me grease face. And then Lavender is Kivani. Kivani says Kat Von D foundation is straight cake face for her. The Locket foundation, I'm assuming, is what she's talking about. And Sammy says, I find the Physicians Formula CC cream and the I'm assuming you mean the Lumine comparable. Lee says the e.l.f. BB cream is okay. She uses it on days when she wants just a little bit of coverage. And then Huda says the Maybelline Dream Pure BB cream is pretty good. Krista says, yes, the L'Oreal Lumi. Can't wait to try it. Yes, the cushion ones. I'm really excited to try those too. Oh my goodness. I need to go back into the drugstore and get more stuff from the drugstore. I haven't been shopping in the drugstore in a while, and there's a lot of really cool stuff coming out. So really want to get some more stuff from the drugstore. So anyway, let me touch you about these. So these are both very good. And then also, this is a recent discovery of mine, though, the Rimmel BB Cream Matte 9-in-1 Skin Perfecting Super Makeup. I did not like this in the summertime. I felt like it was a little too heavy, but in the winter, I'm really enjoying this a lot. Also, it was a little bit too light for me in the summer, so now it's like perfect. Joanne says, hey there, Jen, I tried my new e.l.f. foundation serum and I really like it. My daughter swears by their acne foundation. Thank you, Joanne, for that. I appreciate it. Annie says, Grease Face, set it with Stay Matte by Rimmel or Fit Me Matte by Maybelline. Yes, Rimmel Stay Matte. We're going to talk about that in a bit. Ashley says, any suggestions for full coverage that's not matte? So at Ashley Maroney, M-A-R-O-N-E-Y, if you want to answer her question. The ones here, the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, I really love this a lot. I also have the, where is it? Oh no, what happened to it? I lost it. Oh, here we go. The L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I like the Fit Me just a little bit better, but definitely normal to oily skin, not dry skin. I've heard this is terrible for people with dry skin. I've heard the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte is a little bit better for everybody, but this is building up the coverage. Like, I don't wear these on the daily. This is too much coverage for me on the daily, way too much. And then also another one that's good for just a little bit more coverage than a BB or a CC cream is the L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Foundation. I like this one as well. This one feels really good. It is a silicone-based foundation. So if you have a silicone-based primer, that will match very well with this. Definitely a win on this one for me. And then I got this at Generation Beauty, the Cargo HD Picture Perfect CC cream. This is one of those that comes out white and then is supposed to match to your skin tone. So that's the way it looks. And then when you blend it out, see it's changing. It does have a little bit of a yellow tint to it. So just be aware of that, at least on me. I would imagine it'll be yellow tinted no matter who you are. But it definitely is yellow tinted, just as an aware. And this one is in the shade medium. So there you go. For fuller coverage foundations, another thing, before we get into fuller coverage foundations, let's talk about powder foundations. Oh my goodness, we only have 15 minutes left. What? Okay. Let's talk about powder foundations very quickly. Powder foundations are a great way to beef up the coverage of a BB cream or a CC cream without going to cake face. So ones that I recommend, the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten Foundation. This one's in medium. I really love this one a lot. The Mary Kay Mineral Powder Foundation is wonderful. And the Too Faced Cocoa Powder Foundation, I feel like this one is probably the most full coverage of the powder foundations that I own. I feel like I can wear this on its own and really get a nice coverage. Also, the Lorac also gives a, oh, this isn't Lorac. Hold on a minute. This is different. But these are very nice to put on over top of, I don't know what my son's doing. These are very nice to start to top over top of BB creams just to give them a little more coverage instead of using a face powder. Or if you want a lighter coverage, but you don't want to use, and you're like in a rush, this is a nice way to skip a step. So instead of using a foundation and a powder, you can just use this and it'll give you a nice coverage without, and you get to skip a step. So if you're in a rush, this is a nice way to go as well. Also, you can throw this in your purse and you can touch this up a lot easier than you can a cream foundation or liquid foundation. Okay. See. Okay, so ones that are more full coverage. This one, the Bare Minerals Bare Skin, I'm not a fan of. This one is it's oily. It's very, very oily. You do need to shake it up, but I feel like even when you shake it up, it's still, at this point, is not, I haven't tried the Bare Minerals Original, Beth wanted to know. Krista says for some reason powder foundations don't work for you. Use them as a face powder over top of a BB cream. You'll find, just use it as that use instead then. But I do not care for this. I do still use it, but I feel like as it ages, it's getting worse. This is probably going to end up not getting used up completely because it just doesn't, I don't know, I don't like the way it blends onto my skin. I feel like it kind of goes on patchy and it doesn't work well for me. The ones that I have that are like kind of like a cakey kind of formula, the Time Balm by The Balm, this is pretty full coverage. This is like a medium to full coverage. If you have dry skin, you may want to try one of these because they are more creamy and oily kind of thing. So you may like this. This is the Marc Jacobs one in Summer Bisque. This is getting old. This is on its way out. But again, very, very full coverage. And then Anna's talking about Cover FX drops can go extremely full coverage. Yeah, just be careful with that full coverage, girlfriend. Don't do it if you don't have to. I mean, I think it's better to do a light coverage and then use concealer to correct. You know what I mean? Like use color correctors, use concealers to correct, and then use a lighter coverage foundation so you don't end up going cakey. Because cakey is cakey, you know? Holy Grail, more full coverage foundation is the Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation Mattifying Oil Free by Hourglass. This is wonderful. It's a fantastic, fantastic foundation. I really enjoy this a lot. Also, you can control the coverage. It's got a nice pump, and you can control the coverage. You can just use a little bit and get a nice light coverage, or you can bump it up and you can get a pretty full coverage foundation. It's very, very nice. Annie wants to know what shade I am in the Balm Cream Foundation. I am in light medium. Light medium. All right, and then moving up the coverage line, the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Foundation. I really like the way this feels as well. Unfortunately, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, how in the world is this going to match my skin tone? Like, what was I thinking at the drugstore when I bought this? I don't even know. Sorry, I'm reading. I need to stop reading for a second. But it really is a nice foundation. I just wish I had been able to find my skin tone here. The other one that I'm kind of on the fence about is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I feel like this one's really nice for filming, but for day to day, I feel like it's too cake facey for me. I don't feel like it makes me look like I was born this way. It's supposed to be a full coverage foundation, medium full coverage foundation, but it's supposed to look like real skin. I don't feel like it makes me look like I have real skin. I mean, it looks like fake skin, but I do like the way it looks for filming. I do enjoy it for that, but this is the shade Vanilla, by the way. And then the last foundation that I wanted to talk to you about is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is another one that is really, really good for full coverage. It's very famous for being amazing for full coverage. Just be careful as far as using this all over your face, that you don't go to cake face. Just use it lightly and you'll still get a really nice coverage if you put on just a little bit. Just don't overdo it. And this will be wonderful. Zepstar says she hates it. Gina says she returned the Born This Way. And then Nikki says Sephora Stay All Day. Sephora Stay is amazing. Lasts all day with a natural finish. Highly recommend. And speaking of that, let's go back to Brain real quick and just look at some of the comments about different foundations that you all recommend. Let's see. Love Loon says, any recommendations for the foundations for dried or normal skin, textured, acne scar, drugstore, or high end? So definitely leave those down below or in the collective brain. Huda says, I like it for, well, I don't know what she's talking about. It. When you guys are typing, do me a favor and put the name of the foundation instead of it, because it's really hard for me to follow the conversation. I want to know what you're talking about. Jessica says, Estee Lauder, she's heard it's not photo friendly. I've actually found it to be very photo friendly in my experience. That doesn't mean that other people can't have bad experiences with it, but I've had really good experiences with it, with photographs. Miss Miss Iggy says, off topic, but I kind of wonder what happens to return makeup. I kind of wonder too. Oh, Huda's talking about the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Thank you so much. Krista says, with cakey foundation, use a damp beauty blender sprayed with Fix Plus. Excellent tip, Krista. Well done. Let's see. She said it uncakes it. Wonderful. Thank you, Krista, for that tip. Steph says, waiting for the later shades of the Born This Way to hit stores if they ever will. Afraid considering the original line was so dark. And Just Me and My Life says, any recommendations for super oily skin? And Gina says, Celebration Foundation by It Cosmetics she loves. And then Jessica Bird says, what primer would you use with it? The Estee Lauder. The Estee Lauder. See, I've used this with silicone and with water-based foundations. I'm not sure 100% whether this is a water-based foundation. I think that it is. So I'd probably err on the side of a lotion-y primer rather than a silicone-based primer, because also silicone-based primers tend to be a little heavier anyway on the skin. So I would just use a moisturizer with this or a lotion-based primer with this. That would be my personal recommendation as a non-makeup artist. Beauty blenders do have flawless application. Beauty blenders are wonderful. Also, the Real Techniques one, I just noticed these are open. The Real Techniques one is also fantastic. I find that the use of both of them are pretty much equal, even though they're different shapes. I do feel like the regular beauty blender does last longer. All right, I'm going to go ahead and talk about some brushes. Actually, here, let's talk about some face powders very quickly. Rimmel Stay Matte is a go-to, amazing. I need to get a new one, amazing. Milani. This is the Multitasker Face Powder, amazing. MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, amazing. Besame Translucent Powder, smells like vanilla, amazing. It is loose powder though, so if you don't like loose powder, you may not like it. NYX Blotting Powder is okay. And that's all the powders I have. And then finishing powders. This is my new love. I've had this for a while, and I haven't used it because it was John's, and I never used it, and it is so fun to use. I've been using it all week. It just kind of brings my makeup together. This is the Smooth Operator by Tarte. Really enjoying this. I know some people just got this in their Ipsy bags. I'm curious to see what other people think of this. And then this is the Original Mineral Veil by Bare Minerals. I'm also enjoying this. MPG is talking about the Coty Airspun powder and wondering if it's good. Huda says it's pretty good. And Chelsea says, does anyone have any recommendations for how to set dry skin? I would say for dry skin, I really like these primers, these right here. I don't know. See, I can't do it. Where are my dry skin girls? Where's my collective brain on the dry skin? Because my instinct is telling me to do these, but then they're silicone based, and then silicone doesn't necessarily work well with dry skin. So now I'm like rewinding myself and thinking, meh. Everyone's talking about they love the Coty Airspun. That's good to know. Good to know. And setting sprays. Yeah, setting sprays. Great idea. See, that's why I love the collective brain, because you guys know way more than I do. And this is just a medium for all of us to get all of our thoughts together. I love it. Let's see. Yes. All right. So these were other ones I wanted to talk to you about as far as the setting powders. This is the Mary Kay translucent powder that I really like. And also I got this in a subscription box. This is by Your Mineral Sweden. I don't know, but it's a really nice setting powder. I like it a lot. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, because we've only got 5 minutes left, are application tools. We started talking about the Beauty Blender and the Real Techniques sponge. Those are wonderful. You're supposed to pat it into your skin. Girlfriend, I just rub it. I don't see any difference patting it in. But I think if you want a more full coverage, you're going to want to pat. And if you don't care, you can rub it. I do. You should do what helps for you. What helps with you. For foundation brush applicators, I really like flat top kabuki brushes. This one's by Outer Beauty, and then this one is by Sigma. They're almost exactly the same. My friends on Periscope, Tabitha was there, I remember. I was like, you can't tell the difference between the Outer Beauty one and the Sigma one, and they were like, Sigma one's on the left. I'm like, wait a minute, what? How did you know that? And it's because of the ferrule. They saw it on the ferrule. But as far as the brushes, I mean, Outer Beauty does not sponsor me, but they're one of my favorite brush brands. I just discovered them at IMATS, and they're amazing. And these perform exactly the same. The Outer Beauty brush set, you can get, I think it's 5 brushes for, I think, $60 for their face brush set. Totally, totally worth it. I have to say, though, like, I hate to say this, but I have to say it. Sigma brushes are wonderful. John, you are in your underwear. You need to go out.
I need to tell you something.
What do you need to tell me? Tell me quickly, but stay out of the camera. Stay out of the camera because you're in your underwear. What? Sorry, hold on just a second.
Can we eat the gingerbread man house when it's made?
I don't think we want to eat it. I don't think it's going to taste very good, but we'll talk about it later, okay? I got 5 minutes left. Let me finish. I'll see you later, okay? 5 minutes, and we'll go make the gingerbread house, okay? All right, sorry. He's very excited about building this gingerbread man house. Okay, so anyway, I hate to say, but I do love my Sigma brushes. I wish that I didn't love them. I bought them outright. They were not sent to me. Sigma has never once contacted me to ask me if I want to review anything. We are not affiliated in any way, but I really do love the Sigma brushes that I got. And this was one of them that I got. This is the F80. They had a set that was like Sigma's favorite, something like that. And I really, really like all the brushes I got. Most of them are eye brushes, so we won't go into all of them, but wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Another one that I like that's obnoxiously expensive is this Marc Jacobs brush. This is the Face 2. This is really, really nice. I had the idea I was going to use this for contouring when I bought it, but it's not for contouring. It's for applying foundation, and it's so soft. It's so good. So I saw someone was asking about Morphe brushes. I've only ever gotten one Morphe brush, and it was in a subscription box. It was from their really inexpensive line, and I did not like it at all. It was very, very fluffy. I ended up giving it away. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible, but that's one brush from their least expensive line, so I cannot speak to the rest of it. Let's see, other brushes, face brushes that I want to talk about. Let me see. All right, for face powder, I like using fluffy brushes. Like this one by Real Techniques is really, really nice. This is actually their blush brush, but I use this to apply powder. I use it to apply finishing powder and also loose powder. Very, very nice. Zepstar says she loves Luxie brushes. Luxie brushes are awesome. I do have a couple. I have this one, this bronzer one that I love. Let's see. Also, Everyday Minerals is a really nice brand for brushes. Oh, this is a Sigma brush. This is the tapered highlighter brush, but I've used this for under eye for putting on my powder concealer. It's very, very nice. Really like this one a lot. I think I said this is the F35. I'm trying to think of other things. Oh, this was a Tarte brush. This was part of their holiday brush set that I used for under eye concealer. Also, this one I use for under eye concealer. This is by Real Techniques, and this is the setting brush. I like this for under eye for powder concealer. For cream concealers, I mostly use my fingers. I really like that. Real Technique brushes are wonderful. They really are. Ego Tools are absolutely Roxanne. Ego Tools is a wonderful brand as well. I really enjoy those. I'm trying to think if there's any other brushes I'm missing. Also, It Cosmetics makes really, really wonderful brushes. They're very, very fluffy though. They're really fluffy. So just be aware of that for the most part. Let's see, anything else? This is an Eco Tools brush that I really like. This is the Skin Perfecting. The only thing I don't like about this is it's kind of small, so it takes a really long time. It's also extremely dense, so it moves the foundation around a lot. So I find myself patting this rather than brushing it because it's just so, so dense. e.l.f. brushes I don't particularly care for foundation specifically, but I do like them for lots of other things. I like their eye brushes, I like their blush brushes, I like their I like them for doing loose powder, but for foundation, I haven't found a good e.l.f. foundation brush. KJ says It Cosmetics are nice and she loves her Real Techniques brushes. Zepstar says since the chat kind of messes up your watch time, can you air it on a second channel or you now? I have no idea. I didn't even think about doing that on like a second channel. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's actually kind of an interesting idea to put these on a separate channel, but I don't know. I don't know. All right, my friends, it is officially 11 o'clock. Lugene says, Wayne Goss for powder products are amazing. The goat hair helps the application. Wayne Goss brushes, I own one and I love it. But it's just a little eye brush. It's a little like creasy eye brush. Lindsay wants to know what's the cost on the high-end Morphe. I am honestly not sure. Laura says, what's your opinion about the Coastal Scents brushes? They're very hit and miss, very hit and miss. I've gotten some eye brushes that the bristles are all funky and wonky. And I've gotten some eye brushes that they're very, very nice. So it's definitely hit or miss with those. I wouldn't recommend investing in a bunch of Coastal Scents brushes personally. So anyway, I have to go because I promised. Gina says, I have 3 channels. Don't do it. Great deal on the Luxie set. Oh, nice, KJ. Yeah, there is a, oh, Wet n Wild just came out with a bunch of brushes. I would really, really like to try the Wet n Wild brushes. They look wonderful. They're comparable in price to the e.l.f. the e.l.f. brushes. So I'm curious to see how those are going to go. I did promise my son and my daughter that we would build a gingerbread house now, and then I'm going to take a shower, and then we are going to go to see Santa, and we're going to officially decorate our tree and make it look really nice. So we're having a really fun family Christmas day, and we're going to do some final Christmas shopping, get Lila's teacher a present, things like that. So thank you so, so much for joining me today in this chat. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for being a part of the Collective Brain. If you were in there, again, if you did not comment in the Collective Brain, or if you did comment and I didn't read it and you want to, and I didn't say it out loud, definitely take a minute after the chat ends to type it into the comments below so we can all benefit from your excellent knowledge. And this is what it's all about, my friends, is developing a community that we can all help each other to do great things, spend good money on things that are awesome, and not spend money on things that are terrible. That's what it's all about. And this is, I feel like, the best way to do it is through these wonderful conversations about things. So also, if you have any suggestions for chat topics for next week, I'm definitely taking those in the comment section down below. This was actually a requested topic, and I'm so thankful that it was requested. I can't remember off the top of my head who requested it, but I thank that person from the bottom of my heart. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and I will see you guys in a video very, very, very soon. All right, my friends. Bye.